Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it, Brody. Let's get it, Brody. Episode 321. Episode 321, man. Time flying. All right. Value of the dollar. We got a lot to break down. Talk about Hugh. What it do, bro? Co-host, brother. Hey, what's on? What's going on? How everything going?
It's spring break, man. It's good weather. I'm glad we got good weather for the spring break. Mm-hmm. I don't really have much planned, but I'm gonna try to do some things. Nah, not like last year, but I'm gonna try to do something. I definitely want to go to the movies at least twice. There's two things coming out. I want to see Air and I want to see Mario.
Okay.
So I haven't seen John Wick yet either, but
yeah, I'm on the same way, bro. We both spring break trying. I'm just chilling, relaxing my mind. I still got like college courses and stuff, but I'm still just vibing, chilling. I may go out here, there. You know what I'm saying? Just catching the vibe, bro. So let's get into it, man. We got a lot on the agenda today. All right, we're gonna name some things everyone should know how to cook. All right, very important that you should know how to cook something. All right, one childhood memory that the kids of today will really know nothing about. All right, so or be able to relate to, and we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about the U.S. dollar and what's going on now. I feel like this is just a world issue. It's not just no political topic. It's a world issue, like for all human beings, especially in the U.S. It's important information. All right, best items to buy at the dollar store draft. Okay, and lastly, the infamous would you rather? Would you rather? All right, be rich and hate what you do, or have a middle class positional job and love what you do. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. All right, so first and foremost, man. All right, it's not on the agenda, but hey, it's the talk of the town right now. The women's basketball, LSU, Iowa, man. One of the most watched sporting events for the women's NCAA basketball.
It was lit.
All right, and that was very lit, competitive. Of course, you had LSU, you had Angel Reese, you had Morris, you had
Flau'jae Johnson.
Yep, you had Johnson, you had Jasmine Carson. You got a lot of people on that side there. Of course, the infamous
Caitlin Clark.
And I forgot who number 25 is. She was dominant. She's a dominant force.
Her name was I forgot. It's like something. It's like hard to pronounce. Yeah, but she's a dog.
She was tough too, and a dog. So they faced off. I'm really surprised because I've been watching it really this year closely. Like honestly, more than I ever have. Because South Carolina and it was good to see because in the past, bro, we used to see a lot of UConn.
Yeah.
UConn used to run
like UConn used to run through the NCAA and like it was nothing.
Like back then, it was just nothing but UConn for women's basketball and Alabama for men's football. Like those were dynasties. So it was good to see other competition. I was still shocked that South Carolina got kicked out by Iowa and Caitlin Clark. So as we already know, let's talk about it, bro. For real, I didn't have it on the agenda, but it's just a hot topic we can just touch real quick. But hey. What was you thinking of the result of the game? LSU won, national champion.
LSU won. I had them win. I think they had the better team, and it showed because it was like their bench showed up more than their stars did. 30+ bench. Yeah, more than their stars did. They had a better team. Iowa fought hard, but they just didn't. The rest of their supporting cast just wasn't doing enough. I hated the refs. The refs were getting on my nerves the entire game on both sides.
Both sides of the ball.
All them travel. I'm like, first of all, half these aren't even travels. Right. I'm like, then
getting the ball.
Then y'all calling certain fouls. Then y'all want to call them, then not call them, and then it was like y'all doing too much. We didn't come here to see y'all.
And then also too on both sides they were.
And y'all were targeting two specific players on each team. It was like, come on, yo.
It was also like text giving out. It was a
bad text.
It was a lot of random stuff.
Yeah, I was like, y'all doing too much. We ain't coming for all that.
But the play, like you said, I think just overall LSU was just the better team. It was
they had a better team.
For real. Everybody, of course, wanted to see Caitlin Clark do her thing, and she being the women's Curry right now, and everybody eyes on her, but also on everybody's eyes. Let's not downplay the impact of LSU too, because Angel Reese thought
they were gonna slam this year.
They've been talking about all year. I don't like how people thinking
bro, they were on the cover of Slam.
Right, all year.
Angel Reese has the most NIL deals. She has 17 NIL deals. And she's her.
She had 34 double-doubles, the most in NCAA history, or I think tied with, if I'm not mistaken. But they came in ready to play. Yeah.
It was just one of those games where sometimes in basketball it's like, certain things aren't going to happen more than once, and then it's like when they happen, there's nothing you can do about it. Like Shorty, Jasmine off the bench, she had no points the last 3 games, and all of a sudden she can't miss. Sometimes in basketball, those are the worst times, especially in championship games. Like, are you serious? Like, you're hitting threes? Like, you ain't gonna miss not one. Like,
basketball is a game
golly.
of runs and possession. So like those threes, like now we know when we in this era, the post Steph Curry area, not post, but we're in it.
I hate it, but I like it, but I hate it.
It's just like it's a give and take. But that 3 points, bro, it's a lot, and it's demoralizing to the other team.
You're just not expecting someone like that to go off like that. Even after the first 3 threes, you expecting all right, but she just
5 for 5.
Even that half court at the buzzer oh my, it's just one of those games. Like I remember watching the C's versus the Lakers this year, and Pat Bev is terrible from 3, but that dude couldn't miss that night. I was like, are you kidding me? Right. Then he had to put back down. Like sometimes in basketball, you just be like,
right, it is.
Like really?
Do much.
Yeah, like the end of the game. I hate the way the game ended because of what's being talked about now. Right. I feel like it should have just been celebrating LSU, and that should have been the end of it. Some trash talk, cool. But now it's turned into this Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark thing, and it's like
now it's turned to race.
Yeah, and then it's turned to race, because I knew it was coming. Then it's like, it's like you don't like. No one's trying to defend Caitlin Clark, but it's at the same time you're like, why are we attacking her in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like she did nothing wrong, but now we're making it seem like she's the villain.
That's the problem with media too. Is in the narrative, because they made the narrative look bad on Angel Reese when she's talking trash, talking just like Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark does it.
So I mean, it's
so then the narrative becomes Angel Reese is classless, and then the other narrative is that Caitlin Clark can't dish it out or can't. It's like. Come on. Oh, she's disrespectful. Like when did she ever say anything? And then it's like, why? LSU didn't help because they were adding to it. It's like, this is about y'all.
Even though that's true, it's basketball though. I feel differently on it because I feel like this is a competitive sport. Yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, if it was the other end of the spectrum and Iowa won, I feel like they would have gave their respect to LSU and just made it known that they're that team too. Yeah. Like it's still a competitive nature.
Like me,
like the media and how they speak and put the black male or female.
I'm all for trash talk. I'm all for personal trash talk when trash talk is personal, like like when the Bengals were saying, "Oh no, Burrowhead," this
right, correct.
And so when stuff like that goes on, I'm all for Travis Kelce saying, "Hey, this is Mahomes' house." Respect, but Caitlin never gave that energy, so I hate that at the end, not towards them.
But not that though. Previously, you showing you pointing at your ring finger too, like as if you already won, and then previously too.
Who hasn't done that?
Okay, just all right. Who hasn't done?
That's
that?
What I mean. But I'm saying like no, that is fine. I'm talking about she didn't make it personal. Like she didn't call anybody's names. Correct. She didn't say we're better than them. They're not gonna beat us. But if she had done stuff like that, then I get it.
Competitive sport. Just because that's not the case and she's not taunting the whole game, she did something. She made a 3 in the first half and taunted. And like we both like her game and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm all here for trash talk.
Just made it into a race, and then also we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
I just feel like I'm just looking at basketball as competitive.
Yeah, like I'm all here for trash talk. I don't like it when it gets personal when there was nothing personal there, because then it looks weird. And then it's like you sit on the podium and you say her name. It's like, but this is y'all moment. Why are you even talking? She lost. Why are we talking about the loser so much?
Because
that's my thing. It's like we shouldn't even talk about it.
She's the talk of the town. She can do that. She earned it.
Yes, but you lost. We should not be talking about the loser.
We pick and choose though. We pick and choose. That's why it was funny that Boosie was talking about Larry Bird, because Larry Bird was a trash talking somebody.
Yeah. So
like Doria Larry Bird, she's known to be a trash talker.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I can address that, and I got the ring. I can do both.
Yeah,
I'm not on nobody's side. I'm definitely on Angel Reese.
Yeah, I had them winning.
In regards to the, I'm talking about in regards to the media being problematic and and looking at her as a black female.
Yeah, stand on that. Stand on who you are. It's what got her there. Yeah, you definitely got to stand on that.
Basketball is competitive. I'm not going no other way.
Yeah, basketball is competitive. I'm all for that. I just wanted LSU to just make it about them. If the media wants to make it about you versus Caitlin Clark, that's on them. But I don't think they needed to do that. I think they should have just, hey, we won. We have a great team. Shout out to them, but we won. I think they fueled it by continuing to talk about it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, man, this y'all moment. Don't y'all? They lost. Yeah, she's great, but they lost. This y'all moment. Y'all won.
Game,
yeah, like I'm not gonna spend time unless you was talking about me personally. I'm not gonna spend time talking about you after I beat you. This is my moment. We won.
I get what you're saying.
I don't
but
like.
I'm still gonna be competitive, like, if you ask me. All right, so let's move on. Name 3 things everyone should know how to cook, bro.
Cereal.
All right, cereal.
All right, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm gonna say eggs.
For sure, spaghetti.
I'm gonna say eggs.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti is. I don't know. That's not simple for everybody, but
It really is. I'm sorry.
No, the ingredients is simple, but I'm talking about. Well, I mean, if you feel like that, I say rice. I definitely say rice. The cereal one was hilarious because I was definitely gonna say some cereal in one of mine. But like, I would say a sandwich.
I'm going with spaghetti.
A sandwich.
I'm going with a sandwich. I'm going with spaghetti, a sandwich.
Oh, come on now. We can't miss this one. This is one of the most prominent in the, and almost all culture, but especially the black culture.
You said eggs already.
Ramen noodles.
Oh, but that goes along with spaghetti.
Nah, no, it doesn't.
Boiling noodles is boiling noodles. Put water over a pot, put the noodles in there, bam.
But also spaghetti sauce. You can't just make. I mean, you gotta actually put something in that spaghetti sauce to make.
Yeah, but even that's simple. You cook your meat, then you add whatever you gonna add to it. Whether for me it's cheese, for others it might be vegetables. But once you cook the meat and add your topping, you just put the sauce on top of it, and you're done.
Yeah.
I feel like you should know how to cook that, because it can last. Well, I mean, especially in the black community, it can last you a week. That's right. Everybody, you black, your mama made spaghetti and you ate it the whole week. That's true. That's how I know how to make. That's the first meal I know how to really make. My mother told me how to make spaghetti.
I would say, I wouldn't say like I was gonna say, but not really a salad, because salad can just.
Nah, I ain't going with salad.
You're not really cooking. So I think those are some good solid ones. I know it's definitely some more. Y'all let us know some more.
It's definitely some more
Name
on
some
there.
things that everyone should know how to cook. We said sandwich, eggs. You said
spaghetti.
I guess we can add cereal. It's kind of credible too. What else we say?
There's something else. Rice. There's something else.
But I feel like these are noodles and these are like must cook. Like I think everybody should cook this. But
a grilled cheese.
I would say grilled cheese. He go with sandwich, but grilled cheese for sure.
Yeah,
that's a grilled cheese for sure.
Cause it's simple. You make the sandwich, put it on the frying pan.
You gotta learn how to do it. Hey, look here, survive. All right,
especially in college.
Let's get to it. One childhood memory you had that kids will never relate to today. All right, one childhood memory you have. All right, that kids today would never be able to relate to. I think I had a couple things. Knowing the phone number by heart.
Knowing your phone number by heart.
We had to I don't know if they do it now, but we had to really memorize, where we lived, all that type of stuff. That was like real old fashioned. So knowing phone number by heart. Come on now. This is the main one. So when you go outside,
video. Oh yeah, going outside for sure.
I'm saying going outside, but also
just being outside.
Back in at a certain time when the street lights came on.
Yeah, but being outside in general.
For sure.
Cause they don't do that. We lived outside.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. We were very well rounded in my neighborhood. We did everything. We watched all the cartoons, played all the video games. Playing video games with each other is a lost art.
Yeah,
I feel like
online,
that's one of the reasons why some games aren't as fun anymore. Mm-hmm. And while I got a competitive game that I'm creating, and while I can't force people to sit in the house and play games together, but I can try to market it in that way, because I feel like that's the better experience. So there's that. Mm-hmm. And I'll say, just keeping on video game booklets. Mm-hmm. Most people don't buy physical games today, and even if you do, they don't come with the video game instructions are like in the game now. Right. Not that they weren't before, but before you used to open it, because I used to always open. I would always read the book first. Right. They used to come with artwork. Right. Used to come with a book, album artwork. Oh man,
album artwork. That's fine.
Man, that's album artwork.
And I would say and related to all the things that you said, like going to Blockbusters, actually going to
Blockbuster. They said they might come back.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, because these kids need something to do on Friday nights. I'm tired of seeing y'all at the complex running the track with your parents at 5 o'clock on Friday.
Even though it's outside sports related, I would say Throwback tackle. I don't know if they still do that, but that was Throwback, like run and shoot, Throwback tackle, things you do
jackpot.
Like jackpot.
They don't play Throwback tackle.
Nah, bro. Come on now. And I would say this is another sleeper, but for sure, I know they don't be doing this like that nowadays. It's house parties.
Nope.
Like house parties, bro. I don't know when that era really stopped, but house parties was lit. You know what I'm saying?
106 in Park.
Yep. Nah, yeah. 106 in Park.
They don't know what that. They don't know nothing about that anymore.
They don't relate to that.
Floppy disks. Say no.
And then also like
Can't remember the last time I saw a floppy disk.
I'm thinking like waiting on the CD to drop or like CD players. Like
The CD booklet.
The CD booklet, yep, with all the CDs, burning CDs. Yeah,
burning CDs. They don't know nothing about burning CDs. That's for sure.
That's the one right there.
Burning CDs.
Shoot.
Downloading music illegally. They solved the heck out of that with streaming. Because before I remember that was a big issue.
That's what streaming really is now.
Yeah, that was a big issue with streaming.
Before
it still sucks for the artists, but at least now you're getting something. Before when it was downloaded, you weren't getting nothing. It was just ripping you off.
Yeah, the bootlegs was crazy. All right, man. On to another topic. All right, talking about the value of the dollar. All right, I feel like it's very serious conversation just in life. Right now, as a human being, especially living in America, it's just information just in general. All right, so I don't feel like it's so on the lines of political, even though it is in most facets. But this is a real worldwide issue. But let me talk about it. Russia, China, Saudi Arabia are moving away from the U.S. dollar. All right, and also Brazil. They plan on using Chinese Yuan instead of the U.S. dollar to settle trades with Asia, Africa, and Latin America. So to really just put it in like a simpler form, they're moving away from the U.S. dollar because the value of the dollar has changed, and also building other alliances with other countries based off of trade and based off of the main thing that's traded, oil. So all this is based off of really history of work between countries and alliances and enemies and things of that nature. But I feel like it's just very much so important because we talk about it. But now we starting to see it in real time. The U.S. dollar is really like we don't have anything to back in the gold standard. After President Nixon, a certain time that was one of the main assets we had behind the U.S. dollar. So now we really like, you know what I'm saying? If you really look at it, it's a tough situation because imagine our country without trade. Like, you feel me? Like, and without the value of a dollar, and then all these things, the banks and things turning digital. It's a different time we in, bro.
Yeah, it's a weird time.
It's a different time. I just feel like it's an important conversation to be had.
All I would say is just try to pay attention as much as you can. Pray for the best, hope for the best. If you don't have a relationship with Jesus, get one for sure. Do that regardless. But yeah, man. I mean, also at the same time, it means this depends on so many different things. This depends on Saudi Arabia's decision. It also depends on Russia and China's ability to stay aligned because they hate each other, and we don't know how long this peace could last.
Correct.
So
that's what's eye opening to me. Is just that the alliances that are being made, and and this is just human being things because I feel like you should know. You have to know this information because every single day you just don't know, especially after 2020 has hit and we have seen the pandemic. We done seen a lot of stuff, bro, in our time. For real. And it's just like nothing seems short of impossible. And like you said, like allegedly if Saudi Arabia, one of the richest countries in the world, if they agreed to terms to using the Chinese yuan or other currencies trade other than U.S., it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's real information to know because the value of our dollar, that's very much so important, bro. Because we talk about it. I've talked about it too with people before. It's just like, when you go to a certain place, you vacation. It's just like, your dollar is like, this much worth, and then you can buy more and it's like less expensive and stuff. Those things might change. So it's just like for information to know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all want about that one. All right, so that brings it to this, man. Best items to buy at the dollar store draft. All right, y'all let us know. So let's get into it. All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This man.
I know how to win. I know how to play. Number one draft pick, dollar store. Man, the dollar store hasn't been in my neighborhood for years. They turned it into a T-Mobile store years ago.
Dollar Tree.
Rock Creek. I'm going with Rock Creek.
That's a good one. I got Arizona.
Rock Creek is a staple in the dollar store.
That is one.
Candy. Candy for $1.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say
I
candy.
mean, and it's almost you can get as much as you want, and it's gonna cost you next to nothing.
Oh, I got you. Travel size toiletries.
Ooh, okay. Travel size toiletries. I didn't think about this too hard. I should have, but I didn't. Dollar store.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Birthday gifts for children.
Okay, birthday gifts for children. Mine was gonna be similar to that, but I'm gonna say, yeah, mine was definitely about to be similar to that because I was gonna say greeting cards. But that's different.
You know what I'm saying? You going to a little kid's birthday. You don't gotta spend too much. Go to the dollar store, grab them something they'll be entertained with.
That's facts though.
Like a Super Bowl. They'll have the most fun in the world with that.
That's facts. That's why I said greeting cards because you go run up in there and get a greeting card for sure. Let me see.
Dollar store.
Yeah, man, dollar store clutch. Dollar store is clutch.
The dollar store was clutch. I was about to say medicine, but I was like, nah, you don't want medicine from the dollar store. You don't want that.
I got a good one.
You don't want that.
I got a good one, I think.
I'm gonna go with snacks.
Okay, snacks.
Oh, that's the obvious choice.
All right.
I
got you. I'm gonna say. I could say house needs or house supplies.
Okay, I guess that's not the same as toiletries.
It's like the same as toiletries.
I said no, it's not like the same. It's close.
Yeah, it's travel size toiletries. That means just like deodorant, like toothpaste. Yeah. I'm like house needs or house supplies. So like that mean like trash can, like that type of stuff. Or like trash bags, that type of stuff. Or cleaning supplies too. But I don't know if that's separate. Yeah. Last one.
Last pick. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to think of my last one.
I'm trying to think too. Last pick. Golly.
Come on now, you been in the dollar store.
I'm gonna go with electronics.
Okay.
There's some certain electronics you definitely would clutch out the dollar store.
Certain stuff up in there, John. I'm gonna say school supplies. Cause I go to the dollar store, give me a little poster board, do the science project, do a little project. School supplies.
Boy, trying to get your mama to help you on a project you knew was due 2 weeks ago.
Facts. Yeah, I feel like this is a tough one. That's why I picked it. All right, we talking about the dollar. All right, for best items, to buy at the dollar store, I got Arizona travel size toiletries, greeting cards, house needs, and school supplies.
I got Rock Creek, like a candy, B-Day gifts for kids, snacks, and electronics.
All right.
So you can use some batteries.
That's gonna be close. Yeah, that's a good one too. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a good one too. All right, let's get to it, man. The infamous would you rather. Would you rather, all right, be rich and hate what you do, or be middle class and love what you do?
I'd rather love what I do.
I feel like this is.
At least I can look forward to going into work. Because if you hate what you do, it's been proven that money can't buy happiness. So many rich people have blown their brains out.
And all money ain't good money.
Yeah.
All money ain't good money.
If you hate going into work every day,
correct.
then it's like.
Facts.
So
if that situation is not beneficial to you, and to your happiness and your everyday, then it's not gonna be good. You can be rich and miserable.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very possible. I hate when people say I'd rather cry on a Rolls Royce. Fam, you're still crying. I don't want to cry at all. Exactly. Like if my mom just died, me being in a Rolls Royce does not change anything. Right. Like my mom just died. Like ouch, this hurts. Like whether I'm in a Honda or not, like this hurts.
For sure. It
doesn't make any sense.
It's still misery.
Yeah.
Then also, like you said, I would still want to be happy with whatever I do, because at the end of the day, that shows you that money is. And then honestly, I feel like when you genuine, not everybody's situation, but I feel like when you genuine enough and you continue to grind and push, you know what I'm saying, opportunities come out of certain things. You feel me? Like, and we're loving loving what you do. You know what I'm saying? Different opportunities can come out of that because you got a positive mindset.
Facts. I lose a family member, I'm not going to be like, well, at least I'm crying in this Rolls Royce. No, you're not. You're not going to say that. It's going to hurt.
See, but you know what's different? I ain't trying to bring it up because he ain't here. But you know what's different is the Jay-Z 500K talk. Man, that's different.
Oh, I'm mad we have to have that discussion, but that has to happen next pod.
Nah, that has to happen because I'm just like, man, because we that's why I only say that because we understand that money is not it's just equal to happiness, but it just if we talking about situational. Even he said himself.
Yeah, he was like, man,
like better your life, make capital, create wealth for your family.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I don't get that. But another amazing episode of Faison You podcast. My brother Hugh, man, another amazing episode, man. Make sure you tune in next week and also tune in this week, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We out of here, y'all. Yes, sir.